Just Another Job, Part 3. Dressing for the Job. Something stank to high vortex, and if Rem had to go after those bandits, he'll be damned if he'd do so without backup. Just in case that certain somebody with their oh-so-expensive and important chest so easily omitted an important piece of information. Rem was no fool, neither was he overconfident. He would ask the Hoods for full assistance, not only a scout team, but one of their war bands, just in case. It was clear that he had to pay good coin for that, and to be indebted owed the Hoods a favor. Dead men spent no coin. Only undead could do so, and Rem loved his fleshy self too much to become one of the blessed so soon. Rem and Broadham shook hands to seal their agreement. Then they attacked the perfectly grilled giant cod. Broadham made sure to leave one juicy piece for his wife, who joined them a couple of minutes after, balancing a tray full of steaming hot baked potatoes. Rem had to part with his full coin purse, and indeed promised to lend his services for free at a later date. But now, when he thought about it, that was the safest bet. The Hoods quickly mobilized one of their war bands. 6 of their best riflemen in these parts would watch Rem's behind. That they'd do so from a safe distance, and with those arcane muzzle loaders of theirs backing him up. He could even stroll into Karat's low-level dungeons. But that hopefully would not happen soon. Rem very much disliked taking deadly dungeon strolls, which most adventurers partook in, or the professional dungeon explorers made their living of. He was a solver of problems, not monster bait. Broadham promised to have all the reconnaissance information he asked for ready, together with his warband, tomorrow. Rem was even gifted all that giant cod's bones by Broadham's wife, who noticed the curious glares he threw at the whitish pile, while quickly rose in height each time any of them ate a piece of fish. Certainly that was a nice bonus, and Rem would stash the precious crafting material until time came for him to visit Cain's temple. Now, back at his mansion, Rem skipped dinner and spent the evening in his study reading. He gave Val the evening off and asked for a tray of her freshly baked magical cookies. The pork stuffed baked goodness was one of her specialties and went together with mead like bread and butter. Rem made sure to check all of his 2 ninths old and even older letters. Somehow he hoped to find more clues, bits and pieces of information which by themselves seemed unrelated. No luck there. But before he retired to his chambers, Rem stumbled upon one curious rumor. It seemed that the previous month, somebody murdered Vervik, one of the best chest makers in Karat. That elf was one of the best craftsmen in the city, and when it came to strong chests or alchemical locks, the Elder Chest Master had no equal. With that curious bit of information festering in his brain, Rem fell asleep. The next morning, he woke up early by the enchanting aroma of freshly brewed tea and baked bread. After quickly gobbling up the warm, hearty breakfast, Rem, playing with the keys of his armory, asked Val to accompany him. The maid, somewhat perplexed, followed in his steps with her usual grace. "Master, why would I need to have a weapon on my person? Do you expect an attack?" Her innocent voice echoed throughout the secret corridor, while Rem disarmed the magical wards protecting his armory and unlocked its doors. Oh no, not in the least, Valeria. I'm simply concerned for your safety. That's it. Rem opened one of the secret compartments which were built next to the entrance of his armory and pulled his spare arcane pistol. He checked if the weapon was still loaded by sliding the rotating chamber aside, cranking it, and then clanking the mechanisms back into position. Here, you and mate are trained in self-defense, right? The arcane gun is one of the newest coin can buy and has 6 shots. Hopefully you'll never have to use it, but better to have it than not. Am I right? Yes, Master. Thank you so much for this generous gift. Valeria picked up the gun, held the weapon with both hands, safety on, of course. The elven maid aimed at the closest armor stand, one eye closed. Now holster that thing and help me dress for the job, Val. Rem produced one leather holster which had 12 spare shots in its belt, enchanted to conceal the gun from prying eyes, and gave it to Valeria. You wore all armor suits over the gambeson, and he picked one of the newest after disrobing. Wasting no more time, Rem stood before the 3 armor stands, examining his prized armored suits and deliberating on which one he should be wearing this time. The armored suit which Rem usually wore was called Brelt. It was the most balanced from the 3 and offered more protection than Cant. The helmet was slightly heavier, and his face was protected by one very intimidating looking steel mask, which still offered him a good field of vision. The sleeved riveted chainmail was long, and its skirt protected the upper parts of his leg. Brelt had also sabatons, boots, and knee guards made of leather, but those were reinforced with metal plates. The chainmail was too covered with square steel plates which protected his vital areas. Enchanted by one of his friends in the city, Brelt sported high resistance to piercing weapons. Rem could still skulk in the shadows with his armored suit and need no fear being backstabbed. At least once or twice, that is. If you've enjoyed this telling, then please consider subscribing to this channel, liking the video, and sharing, as that would help this channel grow exponentially. Also, give a little support to the writer and author of this tale, Aragmar, also known as the Black Knight, listed down below. He can be found on minds.com and is selling books. Star Shatter, a sci-fi novel, found on Amazon, also linked below. With that, I want to thank you for visiting. Have a wonderful night. God bless, and farewell.